Hello everyone. Today we are Group 6 and today our topic is about the betrayal of Jesus. Our main question should be what should make someone deserving of trust? So let's begin. Let's talk about our friends. Based on the betrayal of Jesus, like how would you trust your friends? Would you trust them equally or why not? Let's
Like based off my experience, I do trust some of my friends more than others, but that's because I spend more time with them and there's someone I got to know better.
yeah, so obviously like before, like obviously every friend has like some sort of trust, like at least some sort of trust, right? But as you go over time, maybe you can rely on them more and they're gonna become more reputable for you and for others. So yeah, obviously some are made not equal. So does anyone wanna add more? Or
Not really.
yeah, okay. So do you think they trust you the same?
I hope so.
I hope so too, because every time I put my trust in these people, I always hope they pay me back something. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, on the topic of friends, so friends of friends, would you trust friends of friends they trust if they trust their friend? Would you trust them?
Well, in my opinion, I would like to get to know them first because it's someone that I haven't met. It's a person that my friend met, not me. So I think I would trust them after a while if they show themselves to be a good person to me. Like after I spend some time with them, if they show that they're a good person.
Yeah, I can understand that because meeting new people is always like a mystery.
Yeah.
So now, would you trust the friend of your friend who did something wrong to others?
Well, since it's the friend of that friend, I don't really know them, right? So that being their first impression to me, I would not trust them.
Yeah, first impressions are always important, but reputation is also important because sometimes some people don't, see it the whole way. Like, yeah,
But bro, what if like you didn't trust your friend, but then like your your main friend who is friends with that other person who did the bad thing like doesn't like you anymore? What would you do?
Well, just cut them off.
how cautious are you when you meet people?
I'm extremely cautious when I first meet people, but then again, it's all about the first impression, I believe. Because let's say this person has like a bit of an attitude or like if they're rude, I feel like I'd more stay away from them, like just to avoid trouble.
Yeah, so I wanted to share like when Jesus met the apostles, right? They were strangers to him, and yet he told them to trust him and lead the way, right? And so, with Simon and Peter, they caught a lot of fish just because they listened to Jesus. So sometimes I think we should always have some trust because, like, as a human people, it should always have a little bit of trust in them. So I think we should all believe in
Like the stranger,
everyone.
like the strangers.
Yeah.
But in this day and age, it's not really safe to trust a stranger.
Yeah, but of course we should be cautious, but at least we can put like a little bit of faith in these
You're right. You're right.
people. Now, would you trust them with your safety if you're in danger or what?
To me, this depends on how good their reputation is because I'm not close to them, and it's one of the only things I can use to base them off. And if they have a bad reputation, I guess I could give them the benefit of the doubt. And maybe it's just rumors and they're actually a good person.
Yeah.
Because connecting this to the Bible, Judas used to be a stranger to Jesus, but Jesus still trusted him anyway. The same goes with other disciples. This shows that strangers can either be good or bad, and that not everyone is the same.
And
Now,
I'd also like to add that I believe I would trust someone if they're like known for helping others. Like let's say if they're a police officer or like a firefighter, they're known for like serving and helping citizens. And let's not forget doctors, nurses, and surgeons. They're constantly saving people's lives. And as strangers, we obviously trust them with their lives. So I think it's really important.
Yeah, that is a good point. So, yeah, that's our things about changes. But what about people that we don't really know, but we know, but we're not really like in a personal connection, like society or the government, right? So, how can we trust the government?
Well, ours, no. As you can see, like what happened last year with that entire scandal, I say we were talking about reputation a while ago. So I say the reputation is absolutely ruined, and at this point we can't trust them. But maybe in some other cases where if like in hypotheticals where they actually did good things for our country, yeah, we could trust them.
Okay. So, also about people and power, we can connect this to Jesus as he spoke out against the people in the temples who were selling their religious artifacts and such. So, we should always need to take everything with a grain of salt, with everyone, with the people in power. So, but now, can we trust ourselves to vote properly?
Well, in this day and age, with social media, can we really trust what people are posting, especially with AI being rampant? You know, so the best thing we can do is research and you know, really, really, really know if they're really responsible enough for that specific position.
So yeah, it's important to always have critical thinking in mind in response to everything we see, especially with the rise of misinformation, disinformation, and yeah. So, guys, now what makes someone deserving of trust? Can
I
anyone?
feel like over time, if we're consistent with their actions, and again with the government, we don't just assume that they're bad. It's been shown in like patterns that their behavior is consistently damaging for our country, and that goes the same with personal issues.
Well, I would like to add that reputation is also a really important factor, as you can do many good things in life, but one mistake and everyone will start hating you.
Yes, I understand where you guys are coming from, but sometimes we should always have a little bit of respect and trust for people, even if we haven't met them before, especially without the reputation in mind. This is because you never know a person's true identity or whatever unless you see it for yourself. Many people disregarded Jesus. They thought he was heretic, they thought he was a fraud, and yet they didn't see the miracles he performed, the people who attacked for him. So I think we should always keep in mind and we should always try to understand where people are coming from and why they are like that. And maybe we should always trust someone a little more.
Well said. Well said.
Okay. Thank you. This is Group 6. Thank you for listening. Rob, how do you trust your friends? Did you trust them equally?
I believe I trust my friends equally because, they always help me when I'm in trouble, when I'm feeling sad, or when I'm down. They're there to cheer me up. So, I have to treat all of them equally, and I can't favor one person over the other because, they all help me. They all help me the same way. Doesn't matter if I'm happy, sad, or mad. They're there for me whenever they can be. So really, I treat all of them equally.
How cautious are you when you meet strangers? Why or why not?
I am very cautious when I meet strangers because strangers, I don't know what their real self is like. They might be friendly on the outside, but deep down inside, they aren't very friendly. So I believe that I should not trust these strangers immediately, and I should first take my time to know who they really are and their real emotion and expressions. for me to actually trust them and, become friends with them.